The truth hidden in the old mansion had changed everything for Ateş Karahan. But this time, he was not facing the darkness of his past alone. The one person standing beside him was Mercan Yildirim. Mercan had always seen the pain behind Ateş's anger. She knew that behind his strong personality was a man carrying years of unanswered questions. When Ateş returned home silently, Mercan looked at him and said, "Ateş, I know you are trying to protect everyone, but you are also hurting yourself." Ateş avoided her eyes. "Mercan, some truths are too dangerous. If they come out, many lives can change." Mercan stepped closer and replied, "Maybe the truth is painful, but living with lies is even more painful. You don't have to fight this battle alone." Her words gave Ateş the courage to continue his search. Meanwhile, Nizar Kezaroglu realized that Mercan had become the biggest support in Ateş's life. He understood that as long as Mercan stood beside Ateş, breaking him would not be easy. At the same time, Asli Taner and Simul Alatli continued searching through the old family records. They discovered clues connecting the Karahan and Yildirim families. When Mercan learned about the hidden connection, she was shocked. All these years, our families were carrying a secret that affected our lives. Ateş looked at Mercan and said, "No matter what happened in the past, I don't want the mistakes of others to decide our future." But before they could find more answers, a new message arrived. The message was addressed to both Ateş and Mercan. "The truth you are searching for belongs to both of you. Come and discover why your paths were connected from the beginning." Mercan held Ateş's hand. "This time, we will face the truth together." Together, Ateş and Mercan stepped forward toward the biggest mystery of their lives. But they did not know that someone was watching them from the shadows. Someone who knew every secret about their past. The message sent to Ateş and Mercan changed everything. For the first time, they realized that their pasts were connected in ways they had never imagined. Ateş looked at the mysterious note in his hand, while Mercan stood beside him. "Someone has been controlling our lives from the shadows," Ateş said. Mercan looked at him with determination. "Then we will find out who it is. But this time, you won't walk into the darkness alone." Her words gave Ateş strength. He knew Mercan was the only person who could understand the pain he had carried for years. Meanwhile, at the Kezaroglu mansion, Nizar was becoming more nervous. He knew Ateş and Mercan were getting closer to the truth. Nizar said, "If they discover what happened years ago, everything we built will fall apart." Demet Kezaroglu questioned him. "How long can you hide the truth, Nizar?" Nizar remained silent because he knew the past was finally coming back. On the other side, Asli Taner and Simul Alatli continued their investigation. They found an old diary hidden inside the family archives. The diary contained the names of people connected to the forgotten events. When they opened the final page, they found a shocking sentence. "The person who betrayed us is still among you." Simul looked worried. "This means the danger is closer than we thought." Meanwhile, Mercan and Ateş arrived at an old house mentioned in the mysterious message. The place looked abandoned, but inside they found memories from many years ago. Mercan discovered an old photograph. She looked at it carefully and whispered, "Ateş, why is my family in this picture?" Ateş took the photograph from her hands. He was shocked because he had never expected to see the Yildirim family connected to his past. At that moment, someone closed the main door from outside. They were trapped. A voice echoed through the house. "Some truths are not meant to be discovered." Ateş held Mercan's hand and looked around. As soon as Mercan read the first sentence of the letter, her hands began to shake. The room became completely silent, with only the faint sounds coming from the old walls echoing around them. Ateş looked at her face. "Mercan, what does it say?" Mercan slowly raised her eyes, but they were filled with countless questions. "This letter is for me, but it was written by someone who knows everything about me." Suddenly, a sound came from upstairs. Creak. Both of them became alert. Ateş said quietly, "We are not alone here." Mercan hid the letter inside her jacket, and both of them started leaving the hidden room. But as soon as they entered the corridor, the door closed with a powerful force. They were completely trapped. A voice echoed from above. "Mercan Yildirim, you are too eager to learn the truth." With a mixture of anger and fear, Mercan shouted, "Who are you? Show yourself." But only a cold laugh answered her. Ateş looked at the old photographs hanging on the wall. Every picture showed people connected to his past, but one face was missing again and again, as if someone had deliberately erased it. Suddenly, Mercan remembered something. This house, it was mentioned in the stories from my childhood, but I was never allowed to come here. Atesh turned toward her. That means you were also kept away from the complete truth. At that moment, a basement door slowly opened. They looked at each other and decided to go downstairs. The basement was dark, but on the wall there was a large board filled with names and connections. Atesh stopped. This is a plan. Someone connected all of us long before this. Mercan looked at the center of the board and saw a name highlighted more than the others. Project Arafta. At that exact moment, someone started clapping behind them. Slowly, a shadow stepped forward and said, "Finally, you both made it this far." Atesh clenched his fist. "Now you cannot stay silent. Tell us the truth." But the person only smiled. "The truth? The truth." The explosion shook the entire basement. Dust filled the air, and for a few moments, no one could see anything. Atesh immediately moved toward Mercan. "Are you okay?" Mercan slowly opened her eyes and nodded. "I'm fine, but we need to get out of here." As the smoke began to disappear, the mysterious person was nowhere to be found. Only one thing remained on the floor, an old key with a symbol engraved on it. Atesh picked it up and looked at the mark carefully. "This symbol. I have seen it before." Mercan looked at him with concern. "Where?" Atesh stayed silent for a moment. "In my father's old belongings." Meanwhile, Asli Tainer and Seemal Alatli were still searching for answers. They discovered that the name, Project Arafta, was not just a secret file. It was connected to years of hidden decisions made by powerful people. Seemal said, "Someone created this entire situation like a game. Everyone had a role." Asli looked worried. "But who is controlling the game?" At the Kezaroglu mansion, Nizar Kezaroglu learned that Atesh had discovered the hidden room. His anger increased. He is getting too close. If he finds the final document, everything will be revealed. Demet Kezaroglu looked at him carefully. "Maybe the truth was never afraid of being discovered. Maybe you were afraid of it." Back at the old mansion, Atesh and Mercan found another hidden door using the mysterious key. Behind the door was a small room filled with letters, recordings, and old memories. Mercan found a letter with her name written on it. She opened it slowly. The first line made her heart stop. "Mercan, if you are reading this, then the truth about your family has finally reached you." Atesh looked at her. "What does it say?" Mercan continued reading, and tears appeared in her eyes. "This letter says that someone protected me from a truth that could change my entire life." Suddenly, an old recording device turned on by itself. A voice started playing. Atesh and Mercan were never meant to become